Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie. If you're new here, I unbox subscription boxes and more. Today I have a subscription letter for you guys. It's new to my channel, but it's actually been around for about 4 years and I can't believe I haven't found it because I've searched for wildlife type educational subscriptions, I feel like, for the almost 4 years myself. But this is called Writings from the Wild, and we've got a nice envelope. The cost of shipping is literally a stamp. I've become an ambassador for them. This is April's subscription right here. And I'll be getting it for April, May, and June. So for those 3 months, I can't wait to show you guys what type of animal is going to be in the letter. It's generally considered a children's subscription, but you know, I'm a big kid at heart and I like learning about animals, so I'm excited to get in here. We can see what we think, and if you want to see what animal was featured in April, then please stay tuned. When they're available, you can get past letters from the subscription, so I didn't actually look beforehand if this one's still available. This is very obvious at this point what animal this is. For April, they featured honeybees, and yes, this is a sticker. I'm so excited. I have seen so many potentials already in my mind of what I want to do with these. This just looks amazing. So basically there's 2 different options for subscriptions, and I'll go over them with you guys. I have the premium subscription, which is $9 a month, and the basic subscription is $6 a month. So it basically just comes down to what they come with. The premium subscription clearly comes with more. For example, the sticker is added on, and there's so many different options. You can buy ahead of time. I know with the general one, you don't really get a discount. Like 6 months is still $36. But this is already such a cheap, nice, affordable subscription that I don't, you can't really have a discount here because you can tell all this, the printing of all this would definitely cost a lot of money. So you get everything in the basic subscription, so I'm getting everything in the basic subscription plus some extras in the $9. The bookmark is extra. There was a die cut sticker. It's durable, weatherproof, scratch resistant, UV protected, and printed with eco-friendly ink. And a page from their sketchbook files that includes a scientific classification of the animal and steps on how to draw it, which is so cool. It says the letter will be mailed every month and you will have a monthly recurring charge. Okay, that's standard subscription protocol. So that's the premium. And then if you wanted to go to see what was in the basic, it would be the amazing letter and the info card about the animal, which I believe is this. The basic subscription, yes, the collector's card and the double-sided letter, and the letters are really a work of art. So if you also are interested in trying to win this for free, look at their Instagram on the first day of the month. They give you a color scheme for the animal, and the first person to get it on Instagram actually, or Facebook, to get the animal correct based on the color pencils that the curator used, can win that month for free. So that's awesome. I do think May has already been claimed from what I've looked at, but you can always still check. You never know, but I would June 1st, get on there and take a look. So anyway, this is our honeybee collection. Let's get to the letter first. So the curator, she has a background in computer graphic design and art on computer type things. The website goes in her in-depth more of her education, and she had a job before this but decided to take up the subscription and homeschool her kids, and she discovered she liked working the best with like pencils and paper. I mean, my kind of girl. Woman, her name is Nicole. She hand draws all these guys, and she also hand writes the letters, and they get them photocopied on, you know, high quality paper. I mean, the printing of this is amazing. Wow, look at that honey dripping. Oh, I want honey now. Anyway, so I'm very impressed with the curator. I want to see everything possible to keep the subscription going. Obviously, I love educational animals. They didn't really have an age range for the subscription. She said if you had to have one, she would say ages 5 to 11. But as she said, and I agree with this, all kids are different. You know what I mean? You can judge for yourself as to whether you think your kid would like this, or if they're young, if they'd be handling it. She said she's had kids younger handle these, no problem. So, I mean, look at this gorgeous artwork. And you can get a binder, you can keep all these letters in so they could review them. It's great for homeschooling, great to have maybe over summer. If you want your kids to stay busy, like a busy bee, with some mail each year, you know, whatever you want. So let's see. I don't want to read all of this, but I do want to give you an idea of what's on the letter. I love the honeycomb. That was on the envelope too. So Buzz, hello there. Spring is here in the orchards of Georgia. My colony has been very busy gathering pollen and nectar for our hive. All right, so it's a little bit of a story from the bee about the bee in the beginning. So they're going on their journey, and the fragrant aroma of delicious blooms soon filled the air, and I knew I had found a garden of, does it say coneflower? I don't know what that is. I don't think we have that here. Goldenrod, bee balm, indigo, and various other blossoms. As you guys know, honey can differ from different regions, just in the U.S. alone, depending on what type of wildflowers are indigenous to the area. I have, obviously, you guys probably remember my YouTube friend, Castle Hives. Shout out to him. He is a beekeeper and does a lot of cool educational beekeeping videos. Maybe some not as much kid friendly, but definitely older kid. He just shows. He started with one hive, guys. I think he's at 20 now. This guy's amazing. But anyway, I got to taste some of the honey from Ohio, and the fall and spring harvests, and even the fall and spring differed because there were different flowers. Fascinating stuff. But anyway, let's keep it simple for the kids' subscription here. So they go from flower to flasker, as we know, flower to flower. And she extracted the pollen into her built-in quote-unquote pollen basket on my legs and collected all the nectar I could. We have a special organ like a second stomach called a quote-unquote honey sac, where this is stored. With each stop, I transferred pollen to other blooms and kept enough on me at the end of my trip. So that's how flowers pollinate and how they spread, and you know, kids, in case you're listening out there. And the pollen that's how they are pollinators. The pollen is an excellent nutritional source of protein and used to feed our larvae. So it was a long flight back, about 2 miles. When she returned, or they returned, my treasured nectar was passed from one bee to the next by mouth. This process decreases the moisture content every time a new bee digests the nectar using enzymes to break down the complex sugars into simple sugars. Wow, I didn't know that. That's really cool. After it passed through several bees, the nectar was then deposited into a hexagon cell of the hive, which you guys, for kids, heck, you can even teach them math and tell them what a hexagon is. Obviously, what they know is a honeycomb. Digestive enzymes. You know, you could get so many lessons out of this. We as humans have digestive enzymes right in our mouths that start breaking down foods. Can you tell the biologist in me is trying to come out, but I'm trying to keep it simple. I'm really liking this, guys. Some of the other worker bees asked where I had found a new source of food, so I began to explain where the garden was located. Several figure 8 flights and numerous wiggles outlined the map to the garden. I released a pheromone that smelled like lemons to happily indicate where they would arrive. The bees are known for this wiggle dance. You might want to look this up. It's kind of how they, really it's how they communicate with each other, just as she described. I mean, she writes this for kids fantastically well. Can I just say, I mean, they're going to remember the wiggle dance. You know what I mean? Like, this is super, super cool. Very educational. As you guys know, the queen is double the size of the workers. Only females sting for honeybees. I didn't know that. And generally with honeybees, well, you see beekeepers have problems. But if you can walk by them and not disturb them, they tend to not sting if you don't scare them or agitate them. When I worked at the nature center that I worked at, we had 2 beehives right in the designated wildlife area, and I was able to, once the kids calmed down, you know, I'd make sure they were calm, and then we walked by. No one ever got stung there, at least. Yellow jackets, that's another story, but that's for another day. Honeybees, fun fact, the honeycomb is created using hexagonal cells because it helps the bees efficiently use beeswax and helps stop waste. Huh. I think I vaguely remember that. So on the, I need to speed up, I know, guys. I'm not going to read the whole back. But we have got the distribution here. Honeybee on the distribution map. It's been the official state insect of Georgia since 1975. I didn't know that. That's cool. I'm assuming it's in all of the orange spots, and basically just not Greenland, Antarctica, or, you know, far northern Russia. This is just written so well. I really want to read it, but you guys got a feeling for what it was and how she writes. So some interesting facts. One worker bee will produce 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey. So not much. It takes a lot of bees. Queen bees are chosen by picking a young larvae and feeding it a quote-unquote royal jelly so it can develop into a fertile queen. Let's see. Did you know? We've got more at the bottom. I love the color schemes. I mean, this girl is very talented. Nicole is, you can tell. Honeybees taste with their front feet, tongue, jaw, and antennae, where they have 300 taste sensors. They also have 170 odorant receptors. Wow. A honeybee's wings beat 200 times per second. That's 12,000 beats per minute. You could go into a lesson about that if you wanted to compare it with, I don't know, a hummingbird or another type of insect. There's so many ways to jump off of this and really dive into biology. Yeah, so let's see. We've got, this will come in the, so the letter will be in the basic $6 subscription, as well as this collector's card. Guys, I'm geeking out. I know. I'm sorry. So it's in a biome of a grassland, which is, and also the forest. That's where you can find them. They're pollinators, insect related to wasps and ants. Lifespan of the queen is 5 years. Worker bees 5 to 6 years. Drones 3 to 5 weeks. I need to read up on my honeybees again. Drone's only purpose is to mate with a queen, or it might tell me down here below. That is right. I remember that now. Workers only sting when threatened and die after losing the stinger. The queen is the only one who can sting repeatedly. It's like she's the most powerful pawn on the chessboard, so let's make her the most powerful bee, right? Sorry, I'm having fun. Honey has anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and antibacterial properties. A hive can have up to 80,000 bees. Conservation status, data deficient. But you guys know we can't live without honeybees. Could go into that, but that would be a long description. So here's what the additional items are from in the premium. Is that what they called it? Yeah, the $9 one. So we have the sketchbook files. Ooh, I might be. I am horrible at drawing. I'm like, oh, I might be able to do that. I don't know. But your kids could certainly work on that this summer. Look at this. It's step by step if they're numbered. All right, so on this we have not only just the genus and species name, but the kingdom Animalia, phylum Arthropoda, class Insecta, order Hymenoptera, family Apidae, genus Apis, species A. Mellifera. And then step-by-steps on the drawing. I like that a lot. I like the bookmark too. Bookmark's really pretty. Makes me want to eat some honey, and then I already showed you the sticker. So this is the premium. What do you guys think? All of this for $9. I mean, I can't imagine the amount of work that she puts into like just the artwork alone, let alone the writing. It was geared, it took simple biological terms, and you know, she had some quote unquotes. That's why I said them, because I knew the insect actually had scientific names for those different parts, but she kept it simple for kids and put them in quotes, you know, the collector's basket, and you know, back in that area of the letter. She kept the process simple, but it was down to the fundamental form and function of biology at the same time, and it was phenomenal. I highly recommend this for anybody looking for something for their kids to do, or if you're like me and you're a nature lover. I am crazy excited about this. This is really, really educational, really good. You can look at some past letters. I'm probably going to get a few. As an ambassador, I do get a discount on the past letters, but I definitely saw a Luna Moth. If that hasn't sold out by while I've recorded this video, I want to get the Luna Moth and show you guys. Luna Moths are incredible creatures. And yeah, I mean, just take a look at our website. Like I said, get on social media the first day of the month. I'll have May's for you and June's, hopefully a little bit earlier. So the next two letters, video letters, should be quicker. I wanted to read a good part of this to give you guys an idea for what it would sound like. So if you think your kid would be kind of too old, too young, you know, if this would be well suited for your child. And that's what I aim to do here on the channel. Give you guys as much detail as possible to make an informed decision about your purchase. I can certainly let me know what you think, if you want me to speed it up and not read the letter or only read parts now that you have an idea. Go through and find some interesting things, or if you didn't mind this and you liked hearing it all, just let me know on feedback. But also let me know what you think of the subscription. Let the curator know in the comments below, please. I'm super excited about it, as you know. And if you like this, educational, jewelry, you name it, I've got it on my channel. Please consider hitting that subscribe button and pushing that subscribe bell notification all the way to the top, coloring the bell in, and hit that like button. If you haven't already, it helps me, helps my channel. Until next time, guys, I'll catch you later. Bye.